not a good Thanksgiving thing at all. I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but I don't like cats. I don't like cats. Cats don't like me. They beat me up. Hi everybody, it's PJ and you're gonna get ready with me. Look at my ruddy, but I've been running around all morning, so that has something to do with it, but it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving! We're gonna get ready. I look a hot mess. My son is coming in from New Orleans, so I am getting my house together. I had a couple things to tell you. Now I can't think. Oh, I know what I was going to think about. The other day, somebody was talking to me about like why I hate cats. Do you want to hear the story about why I hate cats? But anyway, it's kind of funny now that it's over. But at the time, I totally didn't think it was funny. So Jeff's cat had died. Jeff had 3 cats, which I liked very much. Scannies, Ninsker, and Kato were the 3 cats. And Scannies went first. I think that was, yeah, Scanny went first. And then Kato, and then we were just down to the 1 cat. So his friend, Jeff's friend, owns the, it's a marina down the street from his house. And people like drop off cats to marinas. So he had called one day and said, hey, we have this mama cat. She had a litter of kittens. Would you like a kitten? And Jeff said no. He wanted a cat. Okay, like he didn't want to go through the kittenhood, which I didn't, because I never really 100% like trusted cats. They're all right. I'm definitely a dog person. So, but Jeff wants this cat. So at first I tell him no. Like, who am I to even be able to say that after I thought about it? But at first I'm like, no, if you want to get one of the kittens, we can get a kitten, but I don't want to get the cat. Like, I don't want a full-grown cat already. Anyway, so, but I thought about it because I didn't have Mabel then. We had a dachshund named Geppetto who never in our lives did we train it how to go to the bathroom outside consistently. Like 9 times out of 10, yeah. But that dog was really hard. And I had raised dogs my whole life, and I knew I could raise a dog that could go outside. I just hadn't raised that dog. And, well, I did kind of raise that dog, but I just think that dachshunds are notoriously bad for going in your house. Like, and I had dogs that, like, once trained, never went in my house. So he did not want another dog, but I didn't care. You know, I wanted one that I could take with me to work, and I wanted a little white fluffy dog, a female that I could take to work, that with a push face. That was what I wanted. And Tim had told me he would buy me one, which he did. He bought me Mabel, but I didn't have Mabel yet. But Jeff kept doing stuff. Okay, so like on Valentine's Day, remember the Beanie Babies? He got me this big box of like candy and all this stuff. And he comes in and he's like, here, and at the very bottom of the bag, I can see there's this Beanie Baby dog. And I'm like, while I'm picking out the other stuff on top, I'm like, oh, oogling it, whatever. But the whole time I'm thinking, what am I going to say about this? Because I know what this is about. So when I picked up the dog, I'm like, oh my God, there she is. There's my baby. And he's like, right. See, you have a dog, because he didn't want me to have this other dog. And I was like, oh my God, my dog will love to play with this dog. The dog I'm going to get. So anyway, but after thinking about it, I was like, honestly, who am I to tell him no? If he really wanted this cat, like, who was I to say no? Even though I had a horrible, like, not a horrible feeling, but I just don't, I didn't trust that it was a cat, you know? Like, if it's a cat that you grew up with or whatever, I think that, you know, they're not going to attack you, but I worried about cats because, I mean, that's just me. So anyway, so I give up. I go through this thing through my head thinking, should I not? And finally, I'm like, no, let me just go get the damn cat. So I go down without him knowing, and I get the cat. And the cat's name was Peaches. And he was so happy. When I brought this cat in, I said, I got a prize for you. And I brought the cat in. And he was like, oh my God, because we had lost 2 cats recently. And he was kind of sad about that, you know. Those were his cats, not mine, before me. But, so I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay, you know, I did the right thing. Anyway, day 1 of the cat, she keeps like following Geppetto in and out of rooms, like in this strange way. I was like, is she stalking him? And Jeff is like, no, she just wants to play. And I was like, all right, because I don't know cats that well. That's not what I did. I did dogs, not cats. I did dogs, no. So I was like, is this like normal? And he was like, yeah. So in Jeff's dining room, it's a real narrow dining room, and then it looks out over the water because we had a beach. Our front yard was a beach. And on the dining room table's back here, and then in the front of the room with the windows, it was like an L windows, was a treadmill. So you could look out over the water when you worked out. Okay, so the cat is sitting on the other side of the treadmill. Jeff, and then a couch and a TV. So it's a TV, the treadmill is here, the couch is here. There's maybe a little bit of space, and then windows, just an L of windows. But I am in the little corner L, sitting on the edge, underneath the, you know, I'm underneath the part of the treadmill that has like all the gears and stuff, right? I'm sitting my ass, like kneeling down with it over my head. That's over my head. And then the treadmill behind me, because the cat's in the corner and I'm petting her and she's purring. She's happy. Everything's good. Jeff is sitting on the couch and we're talking about how good she's being, and we're, you know, I'm like happy with this decision. We're talking about like, oh, she's really adjusting. This is great, you know, whatever. And Geppetto walks in the room and jumps up on the couch next to Jeff. And this cat, it was purring while I was petting it. I'm petting its head and it's going purr, and all of a sudden it went purr, and did this stare to Geppetto. And I pulled my hand away and was like I didn't have time to question what was about to happen. Well, Jeff and I lost. The fight began and Jeff and I instantly lost. The cat leaps over me in the treadmill onto the couch and attacks Geppetto, who has no idea. Geppetto's grown up with cats. Never had a problem, like never had a problem with a cat. Like, he loved his kitty friends, you know. This cat tears into Geppetto. Geppetto starts screaming because he doesn't know how to fight. He's just like, rah! And the cat's on top of him, all fours, biting him. And this happened like this. So I'm still under the treadmill. So I go to bow out over the handle part. I go to like get up and stand up, and before I can do that, Jeff knocks the cat on the floor next to me. Now I am literally that far away and I am almost eye level to this cat. So I'm like, so I turn my back towards it like this, because like here it comes, like I'm, and instead the cat, Jeff is sitting on a couch with his legs. The cat turns around and attacks his knees and the bottom of his legs. So he's fighting it off. I go to stand, like now I am underneath this thing. Like there's no easy way, and I'm about to move, and I'm pretty sure this cat's about to fuck me up. So I duck down under the treadmill thing, and I turn to run, scissoring one leg in front of the other on the treadmill, and Jeff knocks the cat to the floor. It turns around and hugs me like a tree in the back of my leg. Rips out all the veins in my ankle. Rips them out. I start gushing blood like those ones that go psh, psh. And starts biting the back of my leg. And not only did it bite me, it would bite me and then press in really hard and then pull out. And the minute it let go, I knew it was about to bite. I'm about to get bit again, and it would bite it at a different spot and press in really loud. And it's on my leg. And this happened like in 10 seconds. Jeff has already started bleeding from the front of his legs, but not like me. Jeff went to grab the cat. It grabbed my other leg and like transferred itself over into the inside of my thigh and just wouldn't stop biting me, and just scratching and biting. Jeff finally, when I tell you it happened so fast, it was like, bite, 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 bite. Like, there was no, and these were punctures, like deep, deep, deep punctures. Jeff grabbed the back of the cat. He slammed it to the ground, and before, as I went away, it slammed onto the ground, kind of like its legs were elastic. It just pounced onto the ground like this and looked up at me and went to dive at me. And there was a quilt on the back of the couch, and Jeff just grabbed the quilt and in one motion just caught it, basically threw it over the cat, and I ran. And then Jeff got up and ran, and he said, "Oh my God, there's so much blood. Honey, you are bleeding so bad." The cat walked out of the dining room and just sat down and looked at me. I was like, boom, out that door with Geppetto behind me. Boom, we were out the door. Jeff was still in the house. I'm screaming, "Get the fuck out of that house." And he's like, I don't even know what he was doing. I couldn't tell you what he was doing at that moment. I think he was trying to make sure the cat wasn't going to get me again. So then he walked out and he's like, "I'm calling an ambulance." I was shredded. When I tell you, he had a couple cuts and stuff. I had 9 cat bites. My ankle was destroyed. We had to put compression on it. Blood was everywhere, and it was 15 seconds. You don't win a cat fight, because everybody said, "Why didn't you crush its head?" I couldn't catch it it happened so fast. When I tell you, nobody could have done anything any different than what we did. It was boom, 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 and I was done. So the SPC, cop show, the ambulance comes, they start me on an IV, they get me to stop bleeding, they take me to the hospital. While I'm at the hospital, the cops come to destroy the cat, and the people that own the yard was walking by and wanted to know what was going on with the ambulance. And when Jeff told him, "Your cat just destroyed Paula's legs, she's literally gonna be fucked," they said, "Well, let us take the cat, we'll quarantine it." So they quarantined the cat, and I think they still fucking have this cat, or they did when Jeff died. They still had this fucking cat. I would have killed that cat. Sorry, and I'm a vegetarian, but fuck you. That cat gets too close to a little kid. What if I hadn't been able to stand up? What if I didn't have that time? Holy shit, this cat ripped me apart. Could go home, no stitches, because the cat's mouth is so dirty. They put this sulfur stuff on that burnt. It cauterized the veins. It literally ripped out veins in my legs. I have a patch of veins that are just, you can see all the scarring. Okay, so then I guess you want to know about Peaches. Peaches lived over at the boatyard. Here's the funny part, because the week before I had gotten Peaches, Eric, Jeff's son, had gotten one of her kittens. And they were fucking psycho too. And Eric kept it, and the cat was okay with him, and the cat was okay with his wife. And even when they had their first child, the cat was okay. I would walk in. I was so petrified of these cats anyway at that point. But if Jeff or I walked in, we couldn't touch it. Nobody could. I mean, it wasn't just us. Nobody could. Anyway, I'm not a cat person now. I just don't, you know. I deal with cats. Like Tim has 5. So, you know, like Tim's cats are okay. But they make me nervous. You know, a little PTSD, I think, on cats. I'll be good without them. I'm good. So that's my cat story, guys. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know why I thought of that. I thought of it the other day. I was like, I should tell my cat story. All right, guys. I'm going to get ready to go. I'm having dinner with my children. I can't wait. They're cooking for the first time. I think this is so cute because I always cook. But they're cooking, and they're not vegetarian, so they're being they said they're very aware that I won't eat the meat, so I don't know what they've done. But it should be fun, and I can't wait. I'm at my son's house. They are cooking. Not me. It was the first year I haven't cooked. I'm 59. So I'm thrilled. I've got a Tic Tac in my mouth, sorry. I'm thrilled to see and taste the wonders. My one son, the one that's cooking, he's a chef. So